Howdy everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Malenia's Arsenal. In this episode, we'll be using the Thorned Whip. And before we get into it, real quick, I'd just like to ask if you enjoyed the episode, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment if you want to help, or if you want to talk, or if you want to help choose a weapon. Anyway, this is going to be an occult build. It is a whip with bleed damage. Hefty whip, covered in crimson thorns. Weapon of the prelates who lead the fire monks. A weapon of fearsome religious encouragement. It is fashioned in the image of the briars of sin. Very effective at inflicting blood loss. It has very mid blood loss at 97. It's actually a little on the lower end for plus 25, but we didn't go to 99, so it's fine. You can cap somewhere around like 120 on some weapons. Anyway, not important. Uh, we're running Lord of Bloods and Rotten Wing Sword with Ritual Sword, and let's get into it. This weapon is probably going to be good, just because whips are really good against Malenia. Honestly. You do probably need to be a little closer to her to actually proc the bleed. There we go. Honestly, don't know if I even care about Lord of Bloods that much, but I thought I'd try it out. We'll take that trade. We had to fall off on that one only because we were running out of stamina. She probably wants to dance real soon. It's really hard for me to not justify taking damage and trading. It's really good against her. Now she'll probably dance. No, she chose a good attack. Holy cow. You have to use 3 attacks only. That's why I'm getting hit there, usually. You can't use a 4th. You can use a 4th. I highly recommend against it, though, because then you get put into your long recovery animation. I'll take the trade. It's fine. Let's go ahead and heal. This weapon is shredding her, by the way, if you were curious. If you hadn't noticed. It only does 350 on a swing or so, but that extra bleed damage is racking up incredibly fast, so it turns out, yeah, the bleed damage is fine. For the physic, I actually put the 50% heal physic tier on, thinking it might be handy. Not really in this case. We were at full health anyway, so... So you can see you can be super aggressive. You probably would be better off with like Turtle Talisman in phase 2. Get her to kick at you, possibly. Or that works. Yeah, I mean like poor Malenia, honestly. Yeah, I was thinking she might do that. Just outrange it in this case. Whoops! Oh, I deserve to die for that, honestly. The fact that I didn't is a miracle. So let's go ahead and heal to full. That was, or close to full at least. That was dumb of me, the way that I handled that. I tried to weapon art, but I was also holding block at the same time or something, and I got just absolutely demolished there. Got shield broken. The fact that I didn't die is very lucky. Alright, well now we are back in control though. Yeah, okay. And from here we should have it. We don't need to use a Starlight Shard this time. I've been using those a bit recently, just trying out new things. They let you run 10 FP, or 100 FP, about however much I get, you know. Without any downside, really. Range right there, giving us a big advantage. One of the nice parts of whips is that special range you get. Honestly, it's okay taking that hit. Woo, I got clipped by the first one. We're just gonna heal. Yeah, it's okay. We used quite a few flasks, but at the same time, this weapon kind of demolished her. Uh, Whips are already, I think, one of the best weapon classes against Malenia. One of the better ones in terms of like how I expected, at least. I predicted these would be way worse against her than they were. And we're running a more DPS build on this anyway, but like, I don't know, there was nothing bad about that, right? It did everything it needed to perfectly. I ran Endure, but I wasn't ever going to use the weapon art. Just in case I needed it or something. I don't know. Not bad. Actually quite good. Really fast kill. I think you can attribute some of that to bleed, but I mean, bleed is always a... Against Malenia, it's always a good option. Her bleed resist is so low that it almost feels like that's what they want you to do a little bit. It's almost one... It's like 1/7 or 1/6 of her poison / rot resist. I know that she is the rot goddess, but still. That's impressive. On to Moog. I do believe Moog should be on the easier end. He's weak to bleed, but at the same time he does get the Lord of Blood's exaltation effect as well. So we might have to be a little cautious of that. Might end up just upping his DPS and more likely to one-shot us than normal, you know? I think R2 is the one that you want to use there, yeah. There we go. I mean, look at the bleed buildup. His bleed resist is also incredibly low, by the way. I think partially so that if you're using bleed, or partially so that he can still get Lord of Blood's exaltation of proc. Are you seeing how low it is, though? We'll heal after the third one. Nice. Yeah, with Lord of Blood's exaltation, we get yellow damage on him, on top of the fact that like we're bleeding him. So like, remember, roll early against that. Walk towards. Well, that sucks. He chose to do something uncommon, and it punished me for it. Basically, the way that I dodged that, it would have worked most of the time, but because he decided to land where he was instead of lunging forward like that, I got hit, you know? And that was on me, because I should have just rolled there anyway. It's just smart too, anyway. He should honestly be almost dead here. Forgot he could do that as a follow-up. We're gonna bleed him maybe 1 or 2 more times. I would say once. Twice more. You know, I wish that had like 10% less range. Ouch. Speaking of range. That was dumb. I should never have hit R2 there. That was him getting a damage boost from Lord of Bloods, by the way. It's pretty massive, as you can see. It's also 20%, I'm pretty sure, so... We're just gonna outrange this, yeah, and then heal him again, or heal again. He's kind of taken control of the fight. Never fun when that happens. I keep getting hit by stray attacks. Oh, I'm dead. Dang, this is, Moog has been just rocking me recently, huh? I don't like it. Phase 2, it shouldn't be, I think this should be the episode after the, Dragon King's Great AP. I don't remember what it's called. Dragon King Cragsword. It doesn't feel good dying to Moog, I gotta say. Because overall, I would say he's easier than Malenia. Though I've been dying to him more than Malenia recently. It's just like... Oh, come on. Just couldn't see. I'm trying to hit buttons too much against him for no reason. It is what a lot of it's coming down to, where, like, I could push for damage here, but there's no reason to when he's gonna be here either way. It's not gonna be the finishing blow. And then I'm trading when I don't need to be. You know. Like that one right there. I know that he has a faster follow-up at least. Where I should really just respect his buttons, you know? Standing at an awkward angle for that, so I got hit. Let's go ahead and pop this. Did I actually eat? I have no idea if I did. Holy cow. Okay, I did. I think. Yeah. Was it worth checking, though? Yeah, I just need to slow things down a little bit. And I actually respect this boss fight. I never understand why he ends up doing a back turn slash sometimes. It's up being really awkward to see, but usually not that hard to dodge. Again, I don't need to be following up there. I treat Moog with very little respect when I should be treating him with, like, way more, pretty much. Is what a lot of this comes down to. I want to see that attack a lot, too. That's his best attack for you, if you didn't know. Just no follow-up at all, okay. And then he just does it again instead? That's weird. See, okay. He's doing some funky stuff here. Yep. We'll push for damage here, even though it's literally not respecting him. Just because of the attack that it was. That's the only reason why I pushed for advantage. Yeah, that's what you like to see. There we go. Alright, he's dead. That was a little rough, but we got him. And I died more to him than I did Moog. I'm curious if it'll ever hit a point where my KD ratio on Malenia is going to end up being, like, higher than against Moog. Just because I don't take the time to really learn his fight. Alright. And now to do the gauntlet. And I really wish you could ride your horse in this first part. It'd be nice, but you can't. So, here we are. Anyway. I think the Thorned whip is on the shorter end. The shortest one is the magma whip candlestick, which is actually just a bad weapon. Imagine same damage as this, but a split damage. So, like, it gets about similar DPS to anything that doesn't resist fire. So against Moog, it's just worse. Also, you don't get bleed, so it's just bad. I think that one's actually just not a good weapon. All the other whips so far, I mean, Hoslow's got to be good. It's got bleed. It's really hard to compete with that. Urumi just has massive damage. It sits at like 650 or something base. And then the normal whip, I don't know if you can make it bleed, but even if not, it has better range than the magma whip, and it's not split damage. So it's like, again, that thing just doesn't compete. It's really weird. And the worst part is, like, it's not an easy weapon to get. It's not really hard. You just have to actively know about it or know about patches and stuff. Oh, I knew you'd come. Didn't think about it. Whips are probably a really good choice against Gideon. No, he got the drink off. That's sad. That's okay, though. This is awkward, huh? Don't rob me. That's all I ask. Alright. One of the big advantages against Gideon is the massive range. And he's an NPC. He doesn't quite understand how to handle it. Tarnished. Hey man, you don't know me. He has a lot to say here. We're actually just going to go right into the next fight. I'm not going to worry about resting. We only used one flask and everything else is just at max. Godfrey, I think he'll be fine. I think Radagon into Elden Beast will be the worst. And I think also this is a great example of why you want to use Occult over Bleed infusions typically, if a weapon has innate bleed at least. I know you can just swap them at the bonfire, but say you're not. You get a lot higher damage and you barely lose any bleed, but make up for it with all of that physical damage instead. So I don't know. I guess it's just a preference thing. If you don't mind going to the bonfire, the shrine, the grace, whatever you want to call it, which it costs nothing but your time and only like 2 seconds of it, then I guess you're not really losing anything. I'm, by the way, I'm not good at the Godfrey fight. It's one of those ones that I'm actually, like, really bad at. I like to think, at least. Oh, that hit me. Let's just go ahead and heal once. He also hits, like, really hard, dude. I swear he hits harder than Malenia. Just wasn't thinking there. That's my bad. I was literally watching the attack and just apparently forgot how he worked. Man, he hits hard. Oh, that's so sad. I hit heal like an hour ago, dude. There we go. You roll this and then you jump the stomp, and he has nothing he can do. Well, that sucks. I just got a phone call. It was a telemarketer, it says, but like, it interrupted my recording. I keep my phone close to me just in case. Just because my wife's at work and stuff, you know? And other people contact me throughout the day, so. I think, blech, that came out very gargled. I think you can just circle strafe that attack, by the way. I just don't ever try. I thought you'd be going to phase 1.5. What the heck, dude? You're supposed to, like, not keep comboing me. What the heck? Yeah, what? Well, that was weird. I only got 2 attacks there. Jeez. I might die. You know, I'm gonna die here. That's okay. Well, I lost. It was nobly fought, honestly. I think this weapon had a little bit too low of damage, and I couldn't find the aggression. And I'm still learning the fight. But, when it comes to that fight, I find it really funny that you can jump over shockwaves, but at the same time, they gave his foot a hitbox. I understand he's stomping, but the best place to be is you want to be close, but if you're too close to him, then you get punished for it. Anyway, I lost to Godfrey. Overall, that was 3 bosses in like 20 minutes, which is pretty good. we can cap at what, 6 bosses, I guess. 3, 4, 5, 5.5, 6, whatever you want to call it when you fight Elden Beast. So that was a good fight. Anyway, I'm going to call it there. We did not beat the gauntlet, but that's okay. Thank you guys for watching if you did, and if you want to choose a new weapon for me, just leave a comment. I will... Besides one weapon, I'm actively getting to anything that people comment, and the only reason I'm not actively getting to the Magma Whip is because I did that recording and scrapped it, and then realized I scrapped it for no reason. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.